Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another great edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I'm AJ. I am your host for the next 20 minutes. Well, what can I say about today? Um, Getting up early obviously pays off, which is what I did. And, I spent about 2 hours before the market opened and just kind of read things, studied things, read the reports, analyst calls. I literally had almost, I think, 43 on my list. And, then I just kind of just watched how things were trading out. And I was just really trying to come up with really great ideas. And our room has really grown in the last 30 days. The growth is phenomenal. We're continuing to bring in new traders from all around the world, being a part of our family. And so when I guess I just take myself to a different level of trying to be accurate. And today, by the standards of the room, I was 97% accurate on my calls, and I'll show you a few that we did. I was really proud of how I analyzed the stocks. I consider it a gift what I do. Uh, I've been blessed, and but I also put in the hard work to get here. And back in the day, I used to be a mortgage broker, mortgage originator, and in I think 2004, I believe I did 400 million in loans. In 2005, I did 600 million in loans, and I owned the company. I had people work for me, um, and one of the things, the way I ran my company was very unique. I was making, I believe, at my peak, I was making about 350 to $400,000 a week. Um, in mortgage business, and I was really good at it. I was phenomenal. I had 6 locations. I had over a good 2,000 people had worked for me. I think any given time there was probably 300 to 400. Um, I owned the escrow company. I was really good at what I did, and um, what made me phenomenal was I used to be like the underwriter. In the mortgage business, I was a great salesman, and I could teach anyone to sell. I could sell anything. I could sit in front of you and you'd be sold in 2 seconds. I was a great salesman. I was born like that. I don't know. I just the confidence and exuberation I had when I would sit in front of you, you know, even not knowing the business, within 10 minutes you were convinced I knew the business. But what made me really good over the years, and I was doing mortgage, I was in the banking in 98 and then 94, 95, and I had served 4 or 5 years at a bank, and then I moved up to mortgage banker, and I learned that rope for 3 or 4 years, and then from there I ran my own company in 2000, and I was on my own in 2000, and I exploded with the market. But what I wanted to be different was I wanted to become the underwriter. And I know it sounds funny because in a mortgage or banking, you get paid on the fees, 2 points, 1 point, 2 points on the rebate, one on the front, 1.5, and you can negotiate that. And you get paid on the escrow, man, and you get paid on this and this and this and this. I was so good. I was so good. But what made me stand out above everyone was understanding the file. And what was the file? The file was the client. I could literally look at a file without never seeing the client in my life, and I can analyze like an underwriter. And you know how? You know how I became so good? Because I used to lose loans all the time. Do you understand that? Listen to what I'm telling you. I would submit a loan and the bank would reject it. I'd submit a loan, the bank would reject it. I submit a loan, the bank would reject it. All right. Do you know why it was getting rejected? Because I was making mistakes. So in mortgage banking, now it was hard because when I worked for the bank, once they rejected it, you couldn't go back to the bank and fix it. But and that's really where it got tough because that was my living. I was only getting $1,500 a month, and that was how I had to live. And if I didn't originate a loan, I didn't get paid, and I had to pay back that $1,500. So I was on thin ice. But I believed in what I could do this. And I was a great salesman. So I could bring in the loans because I could bring in people to me. But I kept submitting the loans and I kept making mistakes over and over and over and over. Fuck, they would just reject my loan, you know, and reject my loan. And so um, my account, what are you talking about? Whatever. So anyway, they just kept rejecting it and rejecting it and rejecting it. So um, what happened was after you do so many rejections and so many, oh my gosh, beyond doing exactly what I thought. Ah, Beyond got me. Beyond got me. Look at that. Gosh, dang it. I knew I should have stayed. There was a part of me just going, just stay with it. It's going to go back up, AJ. Look at that. Look at Beyond. Did exactly what I thought it would do. Ah, you AJ. Oh, AJ. Oh, AJ, you know better. You know better. Filled the gap. It just went right back up and ripped. Oh well. Just didn't have the patience. Not my day today. Anyway, my point is that the more I got rejected, the more it came back to me and said, "You need to fix this." And each time I fixed it, then I started getting loan approvals and loan approvals and loan approvals and loan approvals. And I started making money. And so what I got really good at was analyzing the client. I could look at the client and within 10 seconds determine if that client was going to get approved on a loan for 200, 300, 500, $1 million in 2 seconds. Just by looking at a credit report and the person's name and how old the person was. I could determine the kind of car they drive without even meeting them. I could determine the car they drive, how much house insurance they have, how much life insurance, what their savings accounts look like. I could even predict what banks they had savings accounts with. I could predict how much they could have in their retirement, all without even looking at them. And when the application came in, it was pretty much 90%. And I did that based on looking simply at a credit report. I could sum up a client, and that's what made me so good. So I would imagine a line of loan agents getting 50% commission on all my approvals. They didn't have to wait for a bank to approve. They just stood in line and just, sir, I have this one. Sir, I have this one. Boss, I have this one. I look at it. They have their credit report and their application. I go, yeah, that's approved. Next. Come on in. What do you got? This one's for 380,000. Yeah, that's approved. Get me this, this, and this. It lacks this. I need this. Give me a letter here. Boom, I'll approve it. Next. And I wasn't even the bank. I already routed where the bank would go. And it didn't matter if you had bad credit or good credit. I got so good that the banks just, whatever I gave them, they took because I was so good at placing the transactions where it fit the customer. This guy would get a 1% interest rate. This guy would get a 6%. This guy could get a fixed. This guy couldn't. This guy had really bad credit. He had a foreclosure. He had this. He had a bankruptcy. So I have to give him an 11% rate, but he could still get a house. That's what I would do. And it's the same thing in day trading. It's the same thing. You make mistakes, you make mistakes, you make mistakes, you make mistakes, and then one day it's you stop making mistakes and it becomes clear. All of a sudden it's clear. Oh, this stock is going to do this because of this. Oh, this is going to react because of this. Oh, now I can see that. And the more you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and in mortgage banking, I was doing it for 15 years. I was on my own for about 7 or 8, you know? I mean, I had people lined up around the block working for me, and I made everyone rich. That's the one thing I did. I made everyone around me rich. If you believed in what you were doing for me, I believed in you 10 times. I would spend money on them. I would encourage them. I'd give them sales pitches. I would take them to dinners and lunches. My people were my family. And that's the same thing I've taken in trading. I've been trading now for what, almost 16 years, and it's been a journey for me. But I've learned so much. Every time something doesn't work, I learn from it and I get better and I'm more accurate in my calls. So today is a perfect example of learning and constantly evolving. And that's what I do. Even at my level of trading, I'm constantly evolving. And today was the reward for it. The room rewarded me with a 97% accuracy rate. That's on 12, 13 ideas. That is pretty damn good to be able to be that accurate and to get the acclimates from a room that trades the stocks that you put in writing. And so what I did here, let's start with ZGNX. Okay, it's a simple trade for us. Actually, let's start with Boeing. Now, Boeing had news out yesterday after hours that the FAA found new software problems. Okay, so the stock drops 20, 25 points. What do? If you're an option player, you buy 370 calls, 380 calls. You just instant. You don't even think. You kind of laugh at the headline. Drop, drop, drop. I don't care. Oh, it's dropping 350. Oh, it's 340. It's 348. Oh, it's 340. Okay, buy. Buy calls. All right. Just because they have a software problem doesn't mean what Boeing's not going to fix the software problem. How about you want to make a bet that Boeing's already on top of the software problem? Because that's what they exactly said. Yeah, we're aware of it. We're working on it. So why would you panic? All right. The first thing you got to do is buy a stock. So yeah, let CNBC, let the news, let Bloomberg just push down the stock, and you be smart. You buy the stock and you buy the calls, and before you know it, it'll be back at 374, 375. Next. And so that was the call today. Today, I said everyone in pre-market, the stock was sitting right here at 365. I said, listen, traders, the stock's going to pop it open to 370. When it does, scale in short, take it down to 360, bottom curl and go long. And look at like clockwork, 360, at 370, there's 370. It zipped right down to 362, right there, 362.40. And you don't believe me? It's right there. Boeing, it's going to pop it open to 370 and then short to 360 and then bottom curl. You see how laid out that was? Now, you look at that and you think, God damn it. How did you fucking do that? I look at it as this is what I do because I understand the stock and I understood the news. I didn't need to chart it out. I just needed to look at it and say, okay, buy the weakness, and this is where it's going to go. I didn't say the stock was going to go to 380, did I? I didn't think the stock was going to go to 390. I didn't say the stock was going to go to 320, did I? Because I valued the news, I understood it, and I put a valuation on it. And that's what will make me different than anyone in the world. That's what will set me apart forever. Because at the end of the day, I don't need a chat room to make money. I don't need a chat room. I do a chat room because I love teaching people how to interpret information to make money. So I surround myself with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people because the more and more they learn, the more leaders I'm turning out. Because this room is built to make leaders, not followers, not sheep, but true leaders that can interpret and read news and make a living doing it. That's why I have the room. Everyone knows I've been fucked over the years. People use me, gain my clients, and then fucking steal and then turn around and run a room and say, oh, I'm better than him. Well, fuck you. They're not. They're children. All right? In my world, you can never duplicate what I do. You can try, but this is next level trading, and you need to be around it and around it. So many of my traders in the room have been here for 3, 4, 5 years. Our average trader stays for 6 months. What does that tell you? That tells you that they want to learn. Oh, I got to get out of HHC. Yeah, I'm out of it. Yeah, I see it moving towards 127. Yeah, it's okay, D. I tried it. All right, the next trade that we did was, what would you do? Boy, we had so many. Let's take Zoom. Zoom was a really good trade today, and what I liked about Zoom was that I this had Verizon news. So it was gapping up. Again, it comes down to news, right? So on Verizon decided they want to do business with Zoom and work together. So what I did is it was gapping up right here, about a point and a half. And I love Zoom. I was introduced to me by Dark Side about a month ago, and ever since I've just been hooked on the trade. Every time I see a gap up, I know how to play it now. And so I figured that the stock was sitting at pre-market at $88. So I said the stock's going to probably pop at the open to 89.90, scale in short. And then I wanted to gap fill it to about 87.50. I really kind of wanted a little bit better gap fill, but it hit 87.80, and then I said it would go to 92. There was no doubt this was going to go to 92 today. I saw 92 written all over the stock the minute I read the news. The news told me it was going to 92. And so if you look at my notes, Zoom, this is a $92 stock. Buy the weakness, it's 87.25 on the pullback and go back to 92. Should have range today. See that? I'm going to show you another one. KBH. All right. Now KBH was fun. Now again, why is KBH in play? Because it had news, it had earnings, and they had a really nice beat. But what you don't know that I know, because I've been doing this for 16 years, I know the history of KBH per quarter. Every quarter, I know how it plays out. All right. And so, based off of that, my knowledge, I can tell a trader the stock is going to pop at the open to 26. When it does, it's going to flush out. Even though stock is gapping up too, I'm actually telling the traders it's going to pop to 26. When it does, it's going to flush out to 24.50 and then bottom curl and then have a all day long to the upside. See? And I even tell you, a slow move to the upside. You see that? You see the talent you're hiring? But if you do this every day with me, you're going to become me. And I already have traders that already are starting to become like me, just in the way they're talking in their webinars. I saw this and I bought this because it was oversold. I did this because the earnings were overdone. I did this because it's like, whoa, whoa. So you want to see KBH? And so what you do now is you memorize this. You saw it, now you want to see it play out? Okay, now you memorize it. Show me how it plays out, and I'm going to remember the next time. Right, so here you go. Look, all right, stock is gapping up. I said the stock would pop to 26. There's 25.72, and guess where I said the stock would come down? I said it would come down to 24.50, right? Look where it came, 24.50 within 6 cents. And then what do? Now? You long the stock for an all-day move to the upside. You see that? If you know the move before it happens, think how much money you're going to make. You want to see another one? I'll show you another one. All right. This is called Dova. Now, Dova, okay, I want you to read the headline on Dova. You're going to laugh, but don't, because it's money. You can laugh at, all you want, but it's money. You want to see Dova? I'll show you how it was written this morning. You want to see it? You want to see the headline? Look at Dova. Okay, go down to the opening at 27. Okay, here's the headline. Okay, you see this? What's my world? The more you write, the more it's bullshit. The more you write, the more it's bullshit. The more you write, the more it's bullshit. But what in this headline told me to short the stock? Can anyone look at that headline? And just these three words, and this sentence is right here, right there. Press release. Dora announces FDA approval of supplemental new drug application. Can somebody tell me the word that said short the stock? Where's the short? What is the word? Look up the screen. What is the word? What is the fucking word that says short the shit out of this stock? That's right, folks. Application. What, are you fucking applying for a job? Huh? Yeah, applying for a loan? It's the same shit. It doesn't mean you're going to get the fucking thing, right? Look what it says. The FDA approval of supplemental new drug app. I didn't hear the FDA approve it. Did you? I heard they said fucking submit an app, dumbass. Then we'll see. But what does the company do? Fills you with all this horse shit. Just like a chat room that can't fucking trade. Bunch of circles. Look at that. So what do? You laugh. Guy like me just comes in within blink of an eye. I already knew what to do. Stock's gapping up. I'm watching it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So you know what I wrote? Right? So you go right here, put it up here. right? There it is, Dova, gapping up. So, I should have said so the fuck what, but I said so, right? So means like, all right. And I said, you know what? This is going to open up towards 15. You know why? Because we have so much sheep out there. They'll buy trash. I mean, as long as it looks pretty, right? I know shorts are going to probably panic, which are why? Why? Because you don't read the news, right? But you know what? At the end of the day, this is a $12 stock. I'm going to give you about a point and a half because you got creative, but you're still worthless. You're still about $12 and under. But what does this mean? If you can nail 15 at the open, take 1,000 shares, slam it to 12, you make about 3,000 bucks. Boom, and you're done for the day. And you only trade it once because I ain't selling you some fucking platform so you can click, 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 click. You know, to be a dumbass, have 90 trades in one. Are you fucking kidding me? Just pop it, slam it. Next, have a nice day. Here's your 15. Oh, I'm sorry, double topped at 89. Here, here's the change. You want to go to 12? How about 12? Should we stop there? Yeah, let's stop at 12. Did I say 12 and under? 12. Bam, 1340. Huh? You want another one? You want another one? Just tell me if you want another, because if you don't want another one, I won't give you one. You know what? I'll give you another one. Look at this AAOI. What a joke. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. I want you to look at the headline. Look at this gap up on this broken ass stock. This is a piece of shit company that just can't get out of the woods, right? So it's gapping up. You ought to know AOI likes to fill their gaps, and they gap up thin. Why are you even up? Why am I even talking to you? Right? That's how I look at AOI. Why are you even on my list? Right? So I go it, and I go over here, and I go over here, and I go, why is AOI up? Right here. AO up. What is this headline? It's lifted. Okay, Rosenblatt. What are they? They sell hamburgers? The fuck they do? I don't even know what they do. White clean toilets? Lifts applied to a neutral from a cell. You know what that means? That means absolutely nothing. You know what makes it even funnier? They put a $10 price target on it. So why the fuck are you sitting up at $11? There's nothing here. You see my point? So it's a short. So what I do, I come in the room, I simply tell traders, scale in short at 11.20, add on any pop out of the gate, let's take it all day fader down to $10 or under. And it ended up hitting $10.35. You see that? Now I'm going to give you one last one. Beyond. Now Beyond's in play again today. Why is Beyond now playing again? Right? Why is Beyond playing? Well, you got to look. It's gapping. It's actually gapping up from 160 to 163. Okay, it's in play today. Why is it in play? Why are we touching Beyond? So what we do, we have to go to the news. Why is it? So we go over the news, and Beyond's been having news almost every day. When this news dries up, this is a $100 stock. All right, so why are we up today? Well, today we're up because Beyond Meats says burgers will be available starting July 1st at Chandler Holdings, Berg Partners, Better Berg Brands. So you're giving your meat to another location. Okay. All right. Isn't that your job? But anything to get this stock riled, right? So what do? I'm a professional day trader. What do? I play the event. So I tell everyone in the chat room, guess what? You can go long at the open, and the stock is going to go to 162. When it hits there, slam it to the downside on a short. And look what I wrote. Beyond. Right? Right there. All right? If it pulled at the open to 153, that'd be great. But it's going to pop, and when it does, it's going to hit 162 and then come back to the 150 area. That's exactly what I wrote. So at the open, if it didn't smash that 153, then the minute the buyer came in, go all the way to 162, top it off, and then short the stock. It's right here. Beyond. You ready? Ding, 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 ding. Didn't AJ say if it didn't hit 153, it'd smash all the way to 162? Boom. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to finish you with a trade of the day. You thought Dover was good? No, 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 no. I'm going to give you the trade of the day. Z, G, N, X. I saved the best for last. You ready? I just want you to look at the first 30 minutes, how this was laid out. All right, the first 30 minutes. Just look at the first 30 minutes, how I laid this out. And correct me, but they will be doing an offering within 48 hours of today. Trust me. Okay? And I predict the offering around 45 with about 1.5 million, maybe 2 million in shares. I'm going to go with 1.5 million. They're going to probably try to get 50 million out of this. All right? So you want to see how this laid out? All right, you ready? Why is it up? Why is it up? Hey, we were 39 yesterday. Why the fuck are we at 50? Why are you up? Well, let's find out. Let's do it together. All right, so we go Z, G, and X, right? Z, G, and X. How simple is that? Punch it up. Okay, go to the highlight. Why are you up? Okay, read the headline. FDA, ZG announces FDA agreement to proceed with resubmission. Okay, test time, test time. What word is the short? What's the short? What's the short? Can you just read the headline? What's the short? I see it 2 seconds. I saw it a blink. What is the word in that sentence that would tell you to short the stock? Okay? It's right in front of you, right? Resubmission. You're going to resubmit. If you resubmit, are you going to resubmit some more? Huh? Are you fucking kidding me? You're resubmitting. There's no FDA approval. The FDA has agreed. So basically, they're saying, okay, ZGNX, go ahead and resubmit. It doesn't mean shit, but just we'll put it in the pile of bullshit you've been sending us all month. Can you not see that? Because I can see it. Resubmit is bullshit. So what does that mean to us? If you're in Awesome Calls, fucking short it. Right? Are you kidding me? Short it. And you know what I said? This is a $45 stock. Bring it down. Yeah, I gave it value because it was stupid, but I figured they'd probably do an offering anyway because I could see this already in the making. So I said, okay, probably come down to 45 from 52. If it doesn't break 46, the chances are it'll probably go back up to 50 and then grind out. You want to see how I wrote it? Look how I wrote it. Number one pick in the room. Short the stock to sell off to 45, right? If it starts to move up, guess where it's going to go? It'll top off at 50, and then it'll grind out. And that's it. That's your fucking trade. And guess what it did? Guess what it did? It popped 52, remember? And then it came all the way down. It didn't break the 45, so you couldn't really short the shit out of it. But where did I say it would go? Back up to 50, and it hit just under 49. And now they're grinding it because why? Because they're doing it off. So what did you learn in today's webinar? What did you learn? You learned BIOS, analyst calls, upgrades, news events, how to read through the news. You see the value of this room? You're not trading a stock for 20 cents. You're trading real stocks, and you're not in here trading Amazon and fucking Apple all day. And these are the only other trades that you get. You're not learning anything from this shit because the mod in that room doesn't want you to learn more than him because he's limited on his skill level. All right? There's no limitation in this room. We trade anything, anytime, anywhere. Penny stock, small cap, mid cap, large cap. I don't give a fuck. If it's moving, I'm on it. If it makes sense, I'm on it. There's no reason to be doing this pump and dump shit. Pump and dumpers are fucking idiots. They're dumbasses because they can't trade the market. They can't do this shit. And people less than 5 years in the business, how much knowledge do they fucking know? Do they know history stock for 10 years? No. Have they traded the market? No, they traded in a bull market, so all of a sudden they're great. Look how great I am. Why don't you fucking be in a shitty fucking market and handle it? That's why when the market punches 600 points, I laugh. Okay, so what we're going to do today. I employ that. I want that. Drop 900 points. Watch what I do. And then everyone flocks to our room. Oh my God, I gotta go to Awesome Calls because everybody else is out of business. Hey, this is just we are the shit, and we're growing. And as you listen to this webinar, I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. I do it 5 days a week because I love what I do. I don't have to do it. I don't even have to be here because at the end of the day, I'm I'm fucking one of the best day traders in the world that can read news shit all day. I can make a living just click, click, click. I'm done. But I do it because I love the people. I want to teach them, just like I taught all those people in the mortgage business, the hundreds and thousands of people that came through my doors. I wanted to make everyone rich, and I want to make everyone rich in day trading. But you can't get there. You have to study. You have to learn this game. Otherwise, it'll eat you alive and bury you and spit you out. Money doesn't give a fuck about you. You have to give a fuck about money. You do that, you come in here and you make money with us. All right? That is today's webinar. I really appreciate you joining us. It was 32 minutes of love, and tomorrow we'll do it all over again. Come and join us. See you. Bye-bye.